Hello. Hello, hello. Man, there's so much to yap about this evening. Well, we finally get to see you. It's been years in the making, in the coming. This feels like a partial Aphra lift. Well, at least we'll see if it does, but... Right. SM33 seems to have some application for Aphra. Now we're getting a dark side Scoundrel tank. Long, heavy weighted. But yeah. We will just have to see what happens. Alright, things are a bit out of whack. But I think it's fun enough. I still have no idea why chat's up in that corner. I'm just gonna read the whole stream, I think, at some point. It might as well happen. Okay. Quiggold. Dark side, Scoundrel, Tank Pirate, Raid. Strong synergy with the Thano and other pirates that are yet to come. Not gonna care about that too much because we just don't know what it is, so it's kind of pointless to look at. Yep. Territory Battle Omicron, do not care. If CG wants us to care about TB Omicrons, make a TB that's actually, like, kind of challenging and engaging. And not just auto everything. Like, TB Omicrons... You could have an argument for a TB Omicron if it's, like... If it wasn't relic locked, like, right? Like, if you could just, like... Okay, well, this tier normally would require R7. But if it was just, like, a soft R7 requirement, and, like... Well, you could maybe do this at, like... with the R2 squad, if you really wanted, with the... TB Omicron applied or whatever. There's just no elevator pitch. It's pointless. You can already auto that shit with a bunch of other teams. Basic Death Sweeper allows Quiggold to steal taunt from all enemies. Special lets him steal Foresight and Tenacity up and grants them to his pirate allies. Do they have to have the buff for you to get it? That's going to create some weird considerations if it does. Buffing will impact the stealing. I mean, it's going to be like Grandmaster Yoda, right? Grandmaster Yoda, if he can't make it. I mean, you literally just like shut off his abilities. Almost. He doesn't even get the turn meter. Let's just do the kit. First mate. At the start of battle, Quiggold taunts for 2 turns. Gains 10% defense, max health, and max protection for each pirate ally. I mean, we're already in a good place. We're one sentence in. This is what good words do. If the leader is a non-GL light-side pirate support, if the leader is Maz Kanata, this taunt can't be dispelled or prevented. Okay, so it's a locked pre-taunt. This is shit that I was talking about with Scorch and Temple Guard, man. This is 2025 tank shit. That Temple Guard did get it from Mason. Fairness, not always apparent what a character's full capability is just from their own kit release, but still, right? Isn't always getting the investigation because they locked it up out against Sith and stuff like that, so you can't even count on getting it from that way. This character just gets it. And Quiggold gains double dose stat increases. Okay. So we are potentially looking at 100% defense, max health, and max protection on a locked pre-taunting tank. Alright, that's been the kit reveal. I'm happy. We don't even need to see anything else. That's... What more do you need? Yeah, man. Farm your defense mods, if you haven't already. Whenever his health drops below 50%, he gains defense up and protection up for 2 turns. It is dispellable. It is preventable. But crucially, it is repeatable. So you can interact with it, but it will constantly pop up. Now, granted, it doesn't like heal him. So it's not like a Captain Rex, like you're bouncing below and then getting set back above. But if the team does have some sort of sustain source, you could this could hit certain matches pretty damn hard. Whenever Quiggold resists a debuff, he gains 1 stack of profit. Max once per turn is a little bit unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Whenever Quiggold taunts, he gains 1 stack of Bulwark. Max 5 stacks for every stack of profit for 2 turns. He is immune to stun if he has 5 or more stacks of profit. This is a little bit of like Scorch style flavor. The problem is, in the case with a lot of tanks, any gameplay that you see that kind of centers around the tank getting to play the video game is, well, it's not assured. So unless we see other stuff in this team's leadership or other uniques that would help him guarantee taking turns, he might not get to do terribly much stealing. Or at least in the case of pause, you need like reactive turn meter to just like, okay, you're gonna hit me more than other people, but I'll kind of try to cheat out some turns faster as a payoff for it. Yep, I mean, this is like a fantastic foundation already. It's not a lock taunt for Aphra. Man, what if they made Aphra a pirate support, though? Wouldn't that be lovely? Unique to Prayer Necklace. TB Omicron, don't care. Zeta. At the end of each of his turns, if Quiggold is taunting, he gains 1 stack of Retaliate. Retaliate is the 20% damage reflect, right? When he takes a turn, if he still has taunts, he gains 1 stack of Retaliate for every 2 stacks of profit for 1 turn. It's dispellable too? This might be too fiddly. This strikes me more as like, this could be a theory crafting tool on offense. I don't know, man. It's like, yeah, you stack up a profit bomb and then you're able to just like set up a retaliate nuke into like Ray Whirlwind or something like that. You could imagine. On defense, I wouldn't really expect this to like get that much value. Right, it's a little bit too interactable. It's a little bit too preventable. If the ally in the leader slot is a non-GL pirate, so not as Maz Kanata coded, and Athana was an active ally the first time Quiggold is defeated, consume all stacks of profit on him and all pirate allies, recover half, and gain DI for 1 turn. Locked, unpreventable. Okay. Again, not a shabby clause. We've got some amount of inevitability here. I would also say a slight amount of being defensively coded. You don't really build clauses like this for offense. At the very least, right? Like, we exist in a game that is built for a lot of efficiency at the moment. So having a clause that requires your characters to die is kind of... I mean, unless they're working on revise, but I kind of doubt they are, just thematically. Yeah. I mean, it's 2 that's short and sweet, but, like, it wastes very little time. Like, this is... It's not bad, but it's not always going to be online. But, like, pretty much everything else here hits. This is a very efficient tank kit. Now, we do have to make sure, you know, when the update hits. Do confirm, CG has a history of writing into a kit, oh man, this character gets double offense, and then you look at the kit and they just have like horrible base offense that it's not really double-ish, like maybe at best it's like slightly increased off of what we're normally used to. But then again, we do have characters like Wrecker who just straight up double their own stuff. So this could be a very big, beefy boy, and he will also be very happy with any mod or Datacron support you give him, so... No complaints. We're already in a very strong foundation. I almost kind of don't care what happens on these buttons. Like, Tanks very rarely get to play the video game anyway, so look, man. We're set. Special, cooldown of 4. Only one special, too. So it's going to be a lot of basic attacks. Steal any foresight and tenacity up from all enemies. Major questions of, like, do they have to have it? I mean, this also kind of directly implies that it's not like foresight will fizzle this ability, right? So, I mean, already that's, like, pretty potent. And reset the duration. So it's actually looking at the context of the buffs that it's taking. Interesting. So reset the duration implies that there will be some steal where it's actually kind of sensitive to... Ah, shit, I stole crit damage up, but it was like 1 turn duration. It's already gone. No! Deal physical damage to all enemies and inflict tenacity down and blind for 1 turn on all enemies. Technically, they'll lose the door open for a Chupio plug and play to turn the blind into a pseudo daze. I mean, this is already like a pretty loaded ability. Attack can't be evaded. Okay, so foresight wouldn't have been even if. If Quiggold had 5 or more stacks of profit, consume 5 of them and inflict 1 dot for 2 turns and remove 50% TM from the target enemy, which can't be resisted. Only 1 dot? I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of like other character that says like enemies inflicted with damage over time have such and such happen to them. Otherwise, that's kind of bizarre. But yeah, the TMR. That's all we really care about. The stack of damage over time and terminator removal is doubled if the target enemy is a Sith. If no buffs were stolen, all pirate allies gain... oh shit. Defense up and protection up for 2 turns. I mean, at the very least, it's not like it has to go through him and spread to everyone. Yeah, the defense up protection up thing is cute, but is, again, very... Right, we're happy with the undispellable, unpreventable. Anything else past this is just like, you know, you do this once every 4 turns. It might hit some matchups, but a lot of matchups won't mind it too much. I mean, either way, right? That's an insane tempo swing. Remove tenacity up, remove foresight, give them tenacity down, give them blind, remove 50% TM on 1 person. I don't know. I mean, you could do a lot worse. Basic Deck Sweeper, steal any taunt from all enemies and reset its duration if no taunt was stolen, and if Quiggold had 2 or more stacks of profit, he consumes 2 of them and taunts. Okay, so Pirates, we're getting a pretty good idea of flavor. It does seem like CG has some good ideas for future direction. So this is very much like a build up profit and then spend it. Like, I think with I mean, you literally couldn't spend profit, right? The hope was just like, it was what, up to 75% crit chance, crit damage on a character who didn't really need it. It's cool though, it's interesting. We haven't seen too many teams in Galaxy of Heroes that operate this way. It's a very familiar archetype in a lot of other genres that CG is certainly more than familiar with. But yeah, it's cool to see it here. Crucially, it doesn't have to be on his turn. We see that a lot in recent kits. That is not the case here. We can very much just, like, if there's any way to get him to assist, you know, we don't know how factional pirates are going to be, but this is straight up, like, if you call him to assist and you have 2 stacks of profit, you should just be able to force him to retaunt if you're outside the lock taunt scenario. Alright, that's the kit. Okay, for Aphra. You could run, like, Hondo Quiggolds, and you would get, like, slightly more bulk if we care about that. I mean, Hondo's already, like, pretty decent for Aphra anyway. Let's see. I don't know, man. Aphra on defense without her dad Akron is just like, it's so ancient at this point. I almost don't even know where to start thinking about it. I This clearly isn't intended for Aphra, so like its impact on Aphra doesn't matter. It's more so just like an opportunistic, especially because we don't know what pirates are yet. I'm not logged in. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna be real with you. Aphra, you could already run L3 and Aphra if you just wanted something like this. I don't think this necessarily is interesting. Like, Aphra does lose some stuff for running L3, but holistically, it wasn't enough to actually make a difference. I guess maybe there would be like a slight question of like, okay, what about Darkside Aphra, Kron in 5v5 with this tank? I still don't necessarily see it. If Aphra becomes a pirate, that could change. Because she is a support, right? I'm like pretty sure. I would imagine anyway. Yeah. So like if they gave her a pirate tag, maybe. But they didn't give her in the initial sweep, and so unless they're very specifically worried about or waiting for something to like stop her from abusing it as much, like maybe they just want the full team to be out so that it's not as clear of like a, I was gonna say abuse case, but it's not really an abuse case. It's just, I don't know. If they wanted to be like, okay, when the full team is out, then we'll make you choose between Aphra and Pirates, and you'll probably just pick Pirates. But yeah, I mean, I don't know her story, but it probably will just be you lose the droid. You lose the droid, but like, frankly, I don't think on defense the droid achieves all that much generally. After doubts Cursin, Hondo calls Quiggold to assist. What are we talking about? Sorry. I'm missing chat context. But if we're talking about against Jabba, you can't call Quiggold to assist, right? Like, honestly, I think SM33 would hit that shit more, because SM33 gives you a drill to just beat the shit out of Cursin, right? Holy shit, it's so nice how well .tg lines up on this now. I guess you can't see stats, but get fucked. I forget, is limb from limb locked? How does this shit work? Nope. It's not referenced. I think forearm bucklers is cooldown. I want to say there's a catch somewhere. First time use damage, cooldown of forearm bucklers is reset. No, maybe not. Yeah, I mean, deal damage 6 times, damage torture 6 times. Like, yeah, dude, it's just... This move should just be like the Chrysan Shredder. God, he even gains offense with Scoundrels. If Aphra is still on Jabba duty with all this, you sleep. I mean, what, right? Quiggold could be anti-ray coded, maybe. But SM33 doing instances of damage means that you'll always ram face first into the raid lead lock for falling under 50%. It's just a necessarily deal breaker, but then you have to start asking major questions about, like, okay, well, how much can I heal Scoundrels? Because right now, I don't know. I don't really remember Thano's kit at all, but I don't imagine. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to think about here. I mean, this compounding on the 100% potential of everything is not nothing for Quiggold. Oh, it's on the lead, though. Ew. Just kidding. I assume that because of the line break, this is not tied to this. I don't know. It presupposes that Quiggold will become near death sooner than he gets dispelled, and I don't think you necessarily can make that assumption. Right? Yeah, I don't really think so. SM33 definitely feels like the bigger Aphra power spike. And even then, I'm not necessarily sure what a shopping list would look like. I mean, oh, holy shit. OBS was in the studio mode that I thought I was sitting on a live stream the whole time. How am I feeling about the kit so far? Quiggle looks good. Ithano, I'm kind of whatever on, but I'm not really judging anything until we see all the pirates, so it doesn't really make sense to judge them otherwise. You ever drop BT1 for 3 pirates? Hell no. BT1 is extremely strong. Like, don't get me wrong, BT1's basic is good. I'm not necessarily saying that Aphra lacked for single target damage, but BT1 doesn't always necessarily drill through the main target. Surprised no FTC with either of them yet. I heard someone say that an FTC was coming somewhere, but I couldn't tell you where or why or how. Not found. Oh, is it here? Nope. Nope. I don't know what people are referring to then. But anyway, I was also confirmed that Smuggler's Run 3 will be happening. I have no idea what to expect for that. I don't know if it's just going to be like a repeat of Jabba's of it at that point. Because the leap from 1 to 2 was pretty big. Right? Maybe it's safe for Kicks, popular clone. It would make a lot of sense to me, right? It would also... It would probably just hit gameplay a lot better, too, because you imagine Kicks probably has a Clone Trooper tag, maybe even has a 501st tag, that it Kicks FTC... Even if Pirates aren't done yet, a Kicks FTC could really, like, throw some shit out, right? It could make a mess in a good way. But yeah, I think Kicks makes a lot of sense. And I don't think they're worried about an FTC here, because there's just not enough meat and potato for a pirate team yet. Where do we see SR3? There was a news post right after a Quiggold kit, era of piracy battle and. Hondo at Relic 3 and 9 required, so I guess that means 2 tiers or something? What's up, Yatter? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, all told, the pirate kit flavor seems pretty good so far. I mean, major questions for like how fast is Quiggold, because she doesn't have any sort of TM gains, right? Don't get me wrong, this is not me complaining. This is more so just like, you know, a fair amount of Quiggold's like proactive game plan requires on him going. I don't think we're that upset if he doesn't get to do it. I'm more so just wondering what it would take to try to get him there. Questions about his base tenacity. You know, maybe you end up on a tenacity angle, but there are more and more effects these days that are just unresistible. That will just, you know, do it to him. You think old Hondo R9 and new Hondo R3? I thought about it, but like, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I bet that this is referring to GL Hondo in both cases. I bet. Or who knows, maybe this is all referring to the existing Hondo, and then everyone will be pissed because they'll be like, well, what the fuck? This means that GL Hondo never got an econ event. Because they let us in early. Because apparently that's a controversial thing to do. Never be nice to your community, or they'll hate you for it. How dare you not psychologically manipulate me into doing something all the way to completion? I bet that this is just like it'll be 2 tiers. It'll be GL Hondo, and it'll be GL Hondo at R3, and then GL Hondo at R9. That's my guess. I don't remember Smuggler's Run 2, but I think Smuggler's Run 2 also had 2 tiers. I want to say. So, yeah. You know what? He calls it Hondo in this sentence. He doesn't like refer to it as like Pirate King. So yeah, I bet it's just there's 2 tiers in Smuggler's Run 3. Shared attempts probably. So just if you just unlocked Hondo, then you'll have to do the R3 tier if you're saving up for R9. If you have the R9 tier, then you'll just do the second one. Isn't that exactly how Smuggler's Run works as well? I bet that's true. Just listen, man, if you're working on Hondo, save up an extra R9 if you can. You got time to get ready. If you want to hit the max of Smuggler's Run 3 first time, do your homework, start hoarding, be prepared. My hoard is fucking gone, man. I have not been this bottomed out in so long. And it's been weeks and I'm still like limping. It is insane. But I mean, we got what, like 3 months, 4 months? We got time. We got runway. We can prepare. But good God. Yeah, man. Work on your defense. I can actually find. Here we go. I'm telling you. God, is the raid open? Can I? I don't think it is. It's probably 4 more hours. Yeah. I was doing some experimentation in the raid where I got to see the direct comparison of defense sets versus hell sets. Brother. For the love of God, if you care about your account, farm defense sets. It is beyond real out here. I'm telling you. Here's the litmus test. Go into your account, do this filter. defense set, protection, defense, health, speed. And then see how many you have. Chances are, it's a lot shorter than this. And this is still like a pretty small amount for what I would like to have. Especially when you realize circles, because circles can only be health and protection, they tend to take up a huge chunk of it. So like if you just do the right side slots, yeah. Yeah, it's hard going out here. Then you mirror it like this. You do health primary, protection secondary. It's the same amount. It's just as hard. Circles again, like pretty good amount, but I'm telling you. And then technically as well, right? You could do like offense as well. PDOS, PDHS. If you really want to throw it all on, be like, all right, who are the realest of the real? On New Mega? Yeah, no, I posted screenshots in the Discord yesterday. So with new Omega tanking in the raid, when I had like a less focus on defense and more focus on like protection and health just to survive, she was living with like 5% health, straight 5%, barely surviving. And then I realized, well, they're not doing massive damage, so what if I just try flipping back over to defense? Full health bar, and she had like 5% protection. It's not fucking close. It is. You know what? Fuck it. We're doing it live. I'm gonna make my point. I don't know if I have mod space available. I'm hoping I do. For OG Cal, you don't really want that much speed, right? Well, no. Cal is fine. Seer, you want to be like a little bit moderate on. I'm gonna get capacity locked. I can feel it coming. Just do it. Oh, you thought I was gonna ask him to launch raid early? Nah, but this serves a similar purpose. Wrong Cal, maybe? No. It's not the wrong Cal. I've been doing this shit ever since the event came out, almost. It has always worked. We'll see if I remember how. I don't know, man. Some shit like this. It's weird how protection-oriented my squares are. Like, look at this bullshit. Oh my god, I have mod space. My god. Here, I don't remember. She had, like, the bonus protection, but I want to say her base protection is better. I'll just get protection. Will I regret it? Who the fuck knows? What percent success rate? Nah, the shit was still losable. Ironically, it actually got harder after I started trying to advise other people. Because you can overthink it, you can wait too long. But also that was without the defense mods, I think. The defense mods came in later. The defense mods just buy you so much more time. I do it. It was only a matter of time. Fuck. I'm telling you, bro. Anytime you need new mods, you gotta go in with hate in your heart. You gotta go in being like, please, I want to sell you. Do you see what I'm talking about right now? You think I'm joking? Streamer luck? It's not streamer luck, because this shit works offline. You have to walk into your mod collection knowing damn well that you actually need to sell shit. It helps if you're on a time crunch too. You have to genuinely want the mod to do poorly. You can't fake it. You have to be like, okay, please just suck ass so I can sell you, and it will always hit out of spite. Wait, let me in. That means I'm good. Alright. It's like riding a bike. You think you never forgot until you hit a curb. See how much damage we're taking right now? They haven't even made it through the protection yet. I remember doing a lot of basics. So we're mostly, if I remember right, we're just waiting to time this until right before Seer Nuke so that we get the protection bomb off. Alright. Misplayed it a little bit. I should have had the dispel ready. But honestly, maybe we need to cook a little bit longer anyway. It might wear off. Actually, I think he's about to use it himself. I lied. You see how chill this is right now, though? I'm fucking this up badly. Our defense is so high, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm misplaying repeatedly. He's dead. He's dead. We have taken 0 damage going into wave 2. Like, what are we doing here? I remember it takes a little bit longer to get to Seer Nuke because there's only 2 of them left, so less cooldown reduction for us. Dispel. Death spell. Now this is the harder way. This is where our defense gets tested, but crazy that I want to say I like pop speed. Normally you don't want to pop speed because you take more turns, it gets you less cooldowns on your nuke. I'm trying to remember. Nah, let's wait. I don't know, man. They still haven't got their protection up. Seems chill. Alright, now they're doing some damage. Where's Cyrnuke at? Alright, 1 turn off. So we'll just hit that next. Hopefully it's cooked for long enough. Slightly underbaked. We just whack her to death. Well, she is dead. Is it though? I mean, you seem pretty confident. Alright, it's probably over. Or is it? Alright, it's probably over. Alright, so I fired the Cyrnuke off of 1 turn too early. If we just did it on time, then we wouldn't take that much damage. But you see what I'm saying? I don't think we can beat this now. Cyrnuke kind of is the damage. Yeah, like, the event was always losable if you don't, like, play this Cyrnuke shit correctly. Like, it was almost on the point where, like, you kind of wanted to just be counting turns to make sure that your Rex Duke had cooked enough. But yeah, man. This shit worked for years before JCal existed. I fucked it up from being rusty, and you still saw how close it got. And for all I know, too, maybe I had that snow speeder back sooner instead of doing basics. I don't remember where the critibity is coming from, but it actually seemed like they couldn't kill me until the critibity fell off. Tank second for like 5 minutes. Exactly. Right? We had all the time in the world to wait to fire the nuke. I just shot it too early because I was like, oh, fuck. You fire the nuke too early, it's gonna probably ask too much time for the event. But y'all get what I'm saying. If we had health mods on, we were possibly losing a character wave 1, and we would very likely have not made it to new wave 2. Man, I'm a little bit sad that I fired off the nuke too early. Most of the work was done. I have any 5v5 plans? Spoilers? Fuck them. Not quite how I do things. I don't know. I think I remember being on like super team type shit. I think I remember Amidala continuing to do well, although I don't know if that will continue to be true. This I'm not too sure about. Yeah, we'll have to see. Intimidation Batcher. Yeah, that was the Batcher that I forgot. Did it work with GLs? Is it for the mark? I mean, the mark is funny, but it was for the Batcher 9 before I remembered that it was checking for all Galactic Legends, not just any Galactic Legends. Or not just enemy. Yeah, I don't know. The The mark with the whirlwind is funny, I guess, but I'm not putting too much stock into it. I'm gonna assume it did nothing for that GAC. I mean, the squad held to Seer Malicos, but I don't know. I mean, if anything, what? If the mark happens to go on Malicos, that crew doesn't get to eat Whirlwind, that's like maybe value, but that's so fucking sketchy. I don't know if that sounds real. Like, I guess Batcher mark on Starkiller instead of getting the Jedi Taunt or the EP priority on Ray targeting would, like, maybe be funny. I don't know. I do think that this 5v5 season will probably lean towards efficiency. There's just too much bullshit flying around. Weakest Kron, support Kron, of course. Like, there are possible meta villains, but I feel like there's just so many tools to fuck with them. But it will be the first meta without Smuggler Kron, I guess. I don't know. It looks like my Amidala was holding against Saw, so I'm probably just gonna try to focus in on that as well. Shoutouts to them for that. Sortie droids are back, but you didn't hear that from me. I mean, it existed in Sect 16, but like, yeah, I don't know. Like, imagine some people will be posting Amidala with support Kron on defense. I don't know if I believe in that. It sounds so exposed, man. Like, obviously it's dangerous, and the buff ability may be, like, sleeper. We're really talking brass tacks, too. You can always just run Enoch, and you could literally just, like, shut off the support Kron at that point, could you not? I don't recall if there are any GR vulnerables. Amidala has it? Is it on the first special? I think on the GSC Omicron. Yeah, so her first special is vulnerable for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled or resisted. So that would be a thorn for Enoch. I don't know. We'll see. I'm obviously not going to be playing G's, but we will see if there's any sort of angle that can try to prevent it. We just got to start from scratch, I think. Does Leia feel any real? I've always had Leia on defense. I do not like holding her. She just exerts unique pressure that a lot of people aren't used to dealing with. So many people play the exact same way that it can throw people off the rhythm, even though honestly she's not that hard to beat. Drop her probably off the board. Not how I play. Man, oh, we can do it on squad screen. Does you crowd mob player? Probably. JMK Hodocron feels real if you're willing to spend. I'm ambivalent about it. I don't know. We were talking about it earlier. It seems like I maybe lowballed it just because I had fought JMK Ezra like I guess 3 seasons, some number of seasons ago, and it lost to Inquisitor one shot. So I just kind of just wasn't looking at the space. It sounds like Hermit Dodocron might just like put enough sauce on that team that maybe it flips around. But I don't know, man. There's some major balancing acts around like hosting enough and holding enough right now because of how top heavy things are. Mace Bears or Ray Bears? I'm not fucking posting Mace. I would be shocked if many people do beyond just like, oh, I'll just post a new team and make them figure it out. But like, no. I am not a believer. I'm an unbeliever. Like, Mace unironically might even not get used this season. At least with shit like Tuskens, it's like, okay, his revive block is nice that you can kind of just trivialize Tuskens. That's not like an amazing use case, and Tuskens already had other counters, but it's at least an insurance squad with some use case, right? In 5v5, what the fuck are you hunting that's a real squad? I don't know, maybe I'm too 3v3 brain right now. Like, obviously, we've got Temple Guard and Jocasta in the mix. That is not just Mace Depa. So maybe I'm being a little bit unfair. I probably am. I'll have to take a look. Yep. I think it's just we'll see. I'll have to do some cooking. Heller and Ayla or Barris. I mean, it depends on what you're attacking, right? Toolkit type shit. I remember the Keller and Beck basic and the Temple Guard basic being neat. Temple Guard will almost certainly want to be slow builds. It's a GAC on me, not a 3v3 on me, right? Please God tell me. I'm pretty sure. It's just a GAC on me. Yeah, I don't know. Just 1, 2, 3, almost certainly 4, and then just Toolkit 5. Ayla, Keller, and Barris. I mean, Barris might be off doing other shit, but I still think Barris Chron is kind of overhyped. Or at the very least, it just creates a self-fulfilling situation where, like, very few people are actually going to fall for the Barris shit, or if they do, it's just going to be like Amidala, where it just turns out, like, if 3v3 Amidala doesn't care about tripping the double offense, like, it's cooked, right? Like, it's just not real. Because in 5v5, they're going to have 6-man. Barris damage reduction. It's just a different consideration. We're talking about, I mean, they effectively do the same thing, though, right? Barris with the Revive Cron is trying to say, hey, you need to kill Barris last. Barris with the Damage Cron, I guess maybe possibly base people into wanting to kill Barris, but making it harder, which is, I would argue, a higher value than forcing Barris to be killed last. Because plenty of teams are content with just, like, heal blocking through Barris, shocking through Barris, bypassing Barris altogether by doing non-crit damage. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna write Mace off. I'm not gonna like skip him in the remod. I will give him his proper due, but I'm not gonna force him into matchups that seem unlikely. Right? There are so many big players in this meta right now. It's not like we're starved for choices and Mace like offers us something new. Mace is more, in my eyes, like a novelty team. Like Zori is massive this season. Amidala is obviously big this season. Gungan should be big this season. There are so many teams that should be big this season. GM probably not posted. I'd have to take another look, because you don't have Diarchron on 5v5. I don't remember what Sidious's win rate is, but I don't think it was amazing. Like, maybe that would be more threatened in 5v5. I mean, the Revo win rate is concerning, to be sure. My Zori. Just Zori weakest Kron. It was dumb back then, it'll be dumb now. Who do you want weakest? I mean, either of the combo starters. Zori or Finn, probably. It's not a super technical thing. It's literally just you go first with the team that blows you the fuck up for going first. Otherwise, it's just standard Zori gameplay. You just have to be careful about certain things. Going first means that Cal starts at 15 stack. All right. Think we're calling it here. Thanks for stopping by. Good chat. Good kit. Not quite real with pirates yet, but I mean, good words gives us a good foundation to look forward to future shit. So happy to see a tank that looks pretty confident in tanking. And yeah. Take care. I mean, Azora needs to be weakest. You can make her weakest. Where there's a will, there's a way. You just gotta do it. Get it done. Make it so.